Hi guys. Now in last class we have studied about distribution of voltage in series circuit. Now in this class we will study about distribution of current. So for current distribution you need just like a parallel circuit diagram. Okay. So just see. So for this distribution, for current distribution, okay, so for current distribution you need a parallel circuit diagram. Alright, so here I am just going to be take a simple circuit. It is a very simple circuit that consists of a resistors. So you just suppose this one is R1 and this one is R2. Alright, and if this one be connected in parallel, you can see here that this one is connected in parallel by seeing this EMF. So you just suppose that its EMF be V, whether this one is R1 and R2. So whatever its net resistance, so you just supposed to be that its net resistor be R. Okay. So and this one is positive and negative terminals are there. That's why your current will flow in this direction. So what happens actually at this node, your current that will be distributed like that. So you just suppose this one is I1 and this one is I2. So your I1 be flowing like that in clockwise direction and I2 be flowing like that in anti-clockwise direction, and finally at this node it will join and come together to be I again. That means the net current in the circuit be I, but right now it is distributed over the junction which is supposed to be A and B. So in this junction it is distributed I1 and I2. Alright, okay. So now you see here that you have to find distribution, current distribution you have to find. So how you can? It is very simple. First of all, you see the distribution of its resistor, that how it is connected in this circuit. So it is simply connected in parallel. Alright, so for this parallel combination of series, the net resistor R, that would be R1 R2 by R1 plus R2. An equation with the like that. Okay, alright, and then you see the relation over I, R and V. So it is simply related as V is equal to I, R. You have to find this I. So you see the relation that I is equal to V by R. Now you think about this V. So your V is same between AB. See, ABB V, where here is also ABB V. That means if you wanted to find the potential drop between R1, so that would be V. And if you wanted to find the potential drop between R2, so that would be also V. Alright, so that would be also V. That means your V is constant. You see here, this one is also V. That means your V is constant. Just write down here, that is V is constant. So V is constant. So if V is constant, if it is, that means what? That your I is inversely proportional to R. And if this relation is there, that I is inversely proportional to R, so when if you wanted to find I1 and I2, so how you can? So if it is, that means what happens? That means your I1 See, if it is, and the relation is what, that I is inversely proportional to R. So if it is, then if you wanted to find I, then you have to take second resistor. If you wanted to find I2, then you have to take first resistor. Alright. So I1 be R2 by R1 plus R2 multiplied by net current I. Okay. So equation be there. Accordingly or similarly, if you wanted to find I2, so you have to take first one resistance. So first one resistance be R1 divided by R1 plus R2 into net current I. Okay, an equation be there. So using this relation you can find out distribution of current I1 or I2. Now you can understand this concept by using an example. Okay, so here we are just going to take an example. So accordingly you can just take here an example. So just take an example. So in this example, here I just want to increase one more resistance be there. Suppose one more resistance be there, and instead of this R1 R2 I am just going to take directly its magnitude, just like a previous one. So here you can just take it 2 ohm, this one is 3 ohm, and this one is 4 ohm resistors be there. Similarly, I am just going to be connect an EMF through the circuit diagram of magnitude 2 volt. Alright, okay. Now here you have to see about this distribution of current and how it is going to be distributed here. So for its distribution you can see here that by same way it is going to be distributed, because your current, simple I current be there, and finally you will get an I current. Okay, a current I be there. Then how it will distribute here, you just see. You can see here that this I be distributed over A and B. Okay. So at point A, now it is just distributed like I1, I2, and this one is I3. Over there at point B, that is at this junction B, the same current I1, I2 and I3 be combined together just like an algebraic sum and be current I, this one I. Okay, so we have taken this one is 2 ohm, 3 ohm, 4 ohm and 2 volt. So we have to find this I1, I2 and I3. So for this calculation, according to this one, here you see that to find this one you no need of this voltage 2 volt, you need only resistors and I. So first of all you calculate this I that is net current. Net current you are seeing here that your net current I be there. So I is equal to V by R by this relation. I is equal to V by R, net potential by net resistor. So net potential be how much 2 and net resistor be from here, from this equation 12 by 13. So this one is just 12 by 13, so it is in numerator, denominator of denominator be in numerator. So I will be 13 to the, you can cancel here also, this one is by 6, so 13 by 6. So 13 by 6 ampere, you can just take an equation with there, you just supposed to be equation 2. So from the second equation you have calculated your net current. So here we have calculated I 13 by 6 ampere, and we have to just use the previous one relation that V is equal to IR. So what here we are seeing that your V is constant. So the relation that I is inversely proportional to R. So we are seeing here. So using this one we can calculate. So from here using this relation we can calculate I1, I2 and I3. Alright. So now here I1 I am seeing from here that I1 is to I2 either by this way, otherwise we are here just going to modify that I1, I2, I3 is equal to, because this one is proportional, inversely proportional. So this one is R1 is to 1 by R2 and is to 1 by R3. So this is the best method by which there is no way of mistake in its calculation. Alright. Okay. So here you can see that how much be there. Your I1 is to I2 is to I3. You are seeing here that R1 is 2, this one is 3 and R3 be 4. So actually this one is in inversely proportional. So we will use this by using this previous one that if you want to find I1, so you just leave this this resistor, its magnitude I2 2 ohm, and use the rest one. But there is a way of calculation mistake, so we will modify this one from inversely to directly. Okay, so in its directly proportional, what we can see here that this one is, you just divide this one by 12. So what you will get 12 by 2, that is 6, 12 by 3, that is 4, and then 12 by 4, that is 3. So this one is directly proportional. Okay, so once if you have calculated or if you have converted its relation from inversely to directly, and then you can calculate its I1, I2, I3. Then I1 is equal to, you have to just take the first one, that is 6, and sum of the resistors. So 6 plus 4, 10 plus 3, 13. So altogether be 13, that is, and then multiplied by net current. So your net current from there 13 by 6. So this one is 13 by 6. So you can see here all this one will be cancelled and then you will get 1 ampere. Okay, and this one is your next equation or result. Okay, now you can just find out I2. So this one is 4 by 13. 13 be the net resistance in its after conversion in its directly proportional, and then net current 13 by 6. So this one will be cancelled one time, and 2 2s are 4, 2 3 is 6. So from here you will get 2 by 3 ampere. Okay, so whatever your equation you can put there, you just suppose that this one is either third or fourth. Okay, so our equation be there. Now similarly from here you can calculate I3. So your I3, that is 3, so 3 divided by net resistance 13 by using this one, and then net current this one is 13 by 6. So from here you will get 1 by 2 ampere. Okay, so next equation be there. So if you want to check that whether what you have calculated I1, I2, I3 it is right or wrong, so use simply Kirchhoff's current law. Okay, so proof. Just use Kirchhoff's current law. So accordingly I is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. Now put the value. So I1 is how much? 1. I2 is 2 by 3, and then I3 1 by 2. Alright. So here you will get, you can see here 6 plus 4 plus 3, that is I is equal to 13 by 6. You can see from this equation. equation said that this one is 13 by 6 ampere, hence proved. So now using this way you can calculate. Alright.